The February 21st episode of Friday Night Smackdown has come to a close, and well, it was an average Smackdown, and I mean, there's one certain talking point on all of our minds. That is the man, the myth himself, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the final boss. He is the only man we're all talking about. What did he say to Cody? Well, I don't know. Find out on the Smackdown Breakdown. So the show opened up with Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre, which was a really exciting contest to start off the show. I mean, Jimmy, I've always thought he was a good in-ring talent, and his personality, he's exciting to watch. And Drew, always been Drew McIntyre, always putting on them good performances. I mean, the match was entertaining, there was a few good moves, and Jimmy actually won, to my surprise. I wasn't expecting this, but good one for Jimmy. That I think that's really good for him. That after the match, Drew McIntyre, being the sole loser that he is, delivered a beating to Jimmy Uso, but I mean, it added to what the match was, so it was a really good opener. I had quite good fun watching this match. Well done, WWE. The next match, it wasn't really that serious. It was an R-Truth match, tag team match. R-Truth and a mystery opponent versus The Miz and Carmelo Hayes. The mystery opponent turned out to be LA Knight, which it is a bit funny. This R-Truth called Louisiana Knight because they were in Louisiana, and it did get a chuckle out of it. The match was just loads of silly moves. R-Truth pretending to be John Cena and stuff, as he always was. Didn't really matter, didn't really affect the show or any major storylines. I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura did come out and hit Louisiana Knight, and well, that's what cost the match, because then The Miz and Carmelo Hayes teamed up to pin R-Truth and win the match. Now, the next match, I were honestly just waiting for The Rock by this point. I was just so excited. I really wanted The Rock. But it was Tiffany Stratton, the Women's World Champion, versus Candice LeRae. Now, it was an alright little match. It did what it had to. You had her WrestleMania opponent, Charlotte Flair, at ringside. Nia Jax, obviously, at ringside for her friend Candice LeRae, who Tiffany was facing. She had backup from legend Trish Stratus, and well, Tiffany pulled off with a win and well, Trish Stratus was backing her up, and Nia Jax, she did an annihilator to them both. And yeah, this is a match that's happening at Elimination Chamber. I mean, Trish Stratus being the Canadian legend she is, I guess it'll get a good pop, so it's alright. Now next up, still not The Rock, but we're getting so close, it was literally just Naomi entering, and she was meant to have a match with Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were already there waiting in the ring when Naomi and Bianca came, and they got beaten up. That's literally all that happened. To me, it just felt like a filler, but it does escalate a little bit of something for Elimination Chamber women's match to be a little bit more interesting, even though it's already a stacked match. Now, here we go. Finally, The Rock is here. And this is just what I was waiting for, to be honest, and let me tell you, it didn't disappoint. The Rock came out to some great music, which was a surprise. The crowd were loving it. Well, it's The Rock, what do you expect? The Rock came out, he started to speak. I've got goosebumps, which of course he does. He loves the crowd, he gets the crowd all excited, and then he comes out with a big announcement to the New Orleans people that WrestleMania 42 will be in New Orleans. Which to me, because I'm not in New Orleans, doesn't really mean too much to me, but it's nice to know where the next WrestleMania will be. And let me just say, that logo is looking quite nice. And The Rock being The Rock, he was like, this isn't the only surprise I've got for you tonight. Cody Rhodes, get your ass out here. So there Cody came, with the crowd loving him as well. The Cody came out. The Rock was like, well, this is a bit disappointing, because The Rock and Cody, they're friends now apparently after Raw, Netflix and stuff, which it's a bit of a bummer, but I don't really know. The Rock is a TKO board member, and he was just like saying how great Cody is, how much he is these people's champion, he does it all for them. And this is the bit I don't understand. What did The Rock say? The Rock was like, Cody, I want you to be my champion, I can take you right up to these levels of topness. And he was like, I want that. He pointed at his heart, but Cody was like, is that my championship? But no, Cody, I want you, so whatever that means. And then The Rock just walked off silently, leaving us with the questions. What does The Rock mean? Well, we'll get our answers at Elimination Chamber, because Cody Rhodes will answer The Rock in Elimination Chamber, whatever The Rock means. Now, slightly disappointed, because it doesn't look like The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania. He's just coming out, feels like he's just teasing us, but I mean, The Rock's The Rock, and it was still amazing. Whatever's going to happen, The Rock's a rock, and I trust the process. Well done, WWE. The rest of the show kind of was affected by the whole Rock thing. I just don't know. I wasn't really too interested in the rest of it. The next match was pretty good. It was DIY versus Pretty Deadly for the Tag Team Championships. I mean, it did what it had to do. DIY, I mean, they kept their belts, but it was because Street Profits interfered with the match. The match was called off, and basically it was a huge tag team frenzy. Like what they're doing with tag team wrestling, it's slowly getting better. I want them Street Profits to win the belts. Now, at some point in the show, we did get a quick social media post from Kevin Owens in which the creepy is he was at Sami Zayn's house saying, your family, they're going to regret you going into this match. My family, they're going to regret going into this match. And just escalating that Canadian versus Canadian unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. Love that. Now here we are at the main event of the night, which, I mean, it wasn't anything special because obviously Cody Rhodes, he was supposed to be in this main event and the whole Rock thing took him out of it. And I mean, the whole Rock thing's affected the whole show. But it was Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman and Damian Priest. I mean, the whole kind of reason for this match is because Jacob Fatu and Solo's relationship is slowly drifting away. Like, Solo's like, I love you, Jacob. And it used to be Jacob like, I love you, Solo. And Jacob just obviously not having it anymore. He was the one who came out to his music. And well, Damian won as well. Damian and Braun. And it was Solo that ate the pin, so again it's just gonna kind of create a WrestleMania match between Jacob and Solo, which I would very much like. Bloodline breakup, please come soon. Overall, I think this Friday Night Smackdown was rated 3.5 stars. I mean, The Rock's whole thing, it kind of just messed up the whole night a little bit. Not that the night was bad, it just the only thing that really mattered was The Rock, which I guess it delivered. Still a little bit confused, whatever's going to happen, I'm sure it will work somewhere, somehow. But the whole night, it was a decent Smackdown. I think it was good overall, 3.5 stars. That's my review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Smackdown Breakdown.